back to TSPN Winter Sports Edition. I'm your host, Braden Parsons, here with my co-host, Carter Gwynn, and our TSPN Athlete of the Week, Aiden Zakers. Today we're going to be covering all the winter sports that have happened so far, everything that's going to lead into after Christmas break, and we're going to have a Play of the Week and Blooper of the Week. So starting on the court, the boys basketball team opened the season 2-2 with a loss to a really good Westmont team, 70-74. A double overtime win over Central, which marked Coach Rhodes' first ever win against Central since taking over the boys team. And then they lost 49-55 to Huntington in a pretty bad game for the boys, but they bounced back and beat Bellwood with a buzzer beater from Mason Amy, 50-49.
On the girls' side, they started off 3-0 with wins over Westmont 51-40, Central 57-39, and Huntington 54-39, but in their last game against Bellwood, they lost 50-47.
Yeah, so pretty good starts from both teams. Laney Woomer sadly got injured in the Central game and will be out for the remainder of the season. So, yeah, they should be decent.
Yeah, that was a big loss, but I feel like they played good in the game without her. So,
yeah. So moving on onto the mat, the wrestling team as a team started out 1-3. They're not looking the best. They started the season off with a loss to Bedford 29-42, but LJ Aiken got a huge heavyweight win against, we'll say it's his rival, Theodore Rose, who he lost against 3 times last season. So then in the Darren Klingerman Invitational, the team took 7th place. Kyle Scott got 1st. For his weight, Mason Van Almen 3rd, Tanner Walk 3rd, Kyler Sahoney 6th, Jonah Wicker 7th, and then following the Invitational, they lost to Huntington 70-6, with the only win being a pin from Kyle Scott, and then another loss to Chestnut Ridge. So they started off 0-3, and then they bounced back and got a win against Northern Bedford 59-18.
And Kyle was also the outstanding wrestler in the DKI Invitational, right?
Yeah, he earned the Outstanding Wrestler Award. So moving on to the bocce ball team, we have Aiden Zaker here, who was a huge part of the backyard brawl win in overtime, and keeps you guys at 2-0 on the season.
Yep.
Swimming, the boys team, they're off to a good start, 4-1. Their only loss was to Clearfield, 80-90, who's probably the best team in the area. And the Tyrone put up their best fight against them in almost 20 years. Then in their 4 wins, they had wins over Somerset, Huntington, Central Cambria, and Hollidaysburg.
Yeah, and that Central Cambria team's
all in
really good.
Good defeats, too.
Yeah. And then the girls team, 0-5, lost to the 5 teams that we just mentioned, but they don't really have the numbers to compete with these. We'll say these schools have pretty good numbers on the girls' side. Our team just doesn't really have the numbers to compete with them as well, but they're still putting up really solid individual performances, and they're still searching for their first win. And that'll bring us to our Athlete of the Week, Aiden Zaker. His recent performance, he scored the game-winning point in overtime against Bellwood to win the 2nd backyard brawl and keep Tyrone undefeated in the bocce ball backyard brawl.
How did it feel scoring that point to win?
It felt pretty good. I wasn't really, paying attention when I threw it. I just, rolled it and didn't even pay attention how I rolled it.
It's just that clutch factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, with your guys' practices for bocce ball, how do you guys go about the practices? Because you guys don't use our home court, and you would say, a home court advantage would be huge in bocce ball because you know, which way the court rules and where it doesn't rule. But you guys don't practice on the court. You guys practice out in the hallway outside the auditorium, correct?
Yeah, we set up the court, and then we set it in the hallway by the main office, and we just put the chairs where we usually sit for our actual game, and we just do practice. And
But what do you guys do for practice? Is there certain drills, or do you guys kind of just scrimmage each other? Because you guys have 2 teams.
Yeah, last year, actually, before we started practice, we actually took a lap around the building, around the cafeteria and back to the main office. But this year we haven't done it. So
you had a little bit of conditioning last year.
Yeah.
A little nice warm-up for you. So is that the only change you guys have made training-wise, practice-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys got second in districts last year.
Yep.
You're
Second.
looking to win it this year?
Yeah, we are. And if we win it, we'll go to Hershey.
Yeah, or state tournament. There you go.
Yep.
What was it like basically having the whole school there supporting you guys?
Nerve-wracking, but I got through it.
Yeah, so did it play like a huge effect on how you concentrated whenever you're rolling?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you think it like maybe rattled some of your fellow teammates a little bit? And do you think it like played an effect on the other team as well?
A little bit, because last year we went to Bellwood School, and their whole school came, and so it kind of supported them last year.
Yes, so you've been in that environment before.
Yeah, last
Big
year.
crowd. Yeah. So how has it been enjoying bocce ball and what it means to be a part of the United Bocce Ball team here at Tyrone?
It feels amazing because you can meet new friends and stuff like that, but it feels amazing when you win. Like, last year we won a game and we had to say sorry to the other team because we got so excited last year.
Yeah. You guys got a little too pumped up after the win.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you got handed the Backyard Brawl trophy after the bocce ball game yesterday, how did that feel, just like knowing you won it?
Awesome.
This is your senior year, correct?
Nope.
Nope. Junior?
10th grade.
Still in 10th grade.
You got him from Miss Can. That's biology. It's 10th
Okay,
grade.
I wasn't sure, though. There's some juniors in there.
There is some juniors in there.
Oh.
I thought he was older. Yeah, so you got 2 more years at this.
Yep.
You're going to try and go 4-0 in the Backyard Brawl.
Yeah.
Man undefeated. Okay. I think that brings us to the play of the week. You wanna break it down? What
Mason's
exactly
buzzer
happened?
beater.
Yeah. So how much time was there? What's the kid's name? McClellan.
There's like 6 seconds left when he made his 3. Then we called a timeout.
Yeah. So we were down. No, we were up 2 points after Connor Zupon got a rebound, put it back up, took the lead, and then there was how much time, Carter?
7.
Oh, 7 seconds.
Wait, when he made it, there was 7 seconds left.
Yeah, and then Bellwood called a timeout. They ran a play, which Coach Rhodes went over with us right in the huddle. Still got caught on it.
And 2 days before the game.
Yeah, and 2 days before the game. And McClellan hit a 3-pointer, taking the lead by 1. We got a timeout, and we were down 1. Mason Amy dribbled it up down the court, took a midi, rimmed out, caught his own rebound, tipped it back in, and it rolled around a few times, but it ended up dropping, and we got the buzzer beater win. Now the blooper of the week. That same game, Carter got put on ice skates, we'll say.
Yeah, that was bad.
Get that ball, CG!
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna like say what happened?
So like the play before, I got a steal when they were dribbling with the court, so I tried stealing it again, but I caught my feet wrong, and I just fell. But they didn't score that possession, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I got put on PA hoops, got put on Bellwood Barstool a few times. Hey, it doesn't matter. We got the win.
We got the win, and they
Oh,
didn't score
nice.
that possession, so it don't really matter.
Yep. Okay. Looking ahead, we have a lot until we're able to film another episode. So we're going to go ahead and cover all that. Today's Friday, and we have the girls and boys basketball crossover game against Bedford. And the wrestling team recently, they just left to go to the holiday tournament at Mount Aloysius College. And the boys and girls swimming team has a meet at Altoona.
Then tomorrow, they still wrestle tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it should be the championship round or probably the elimination round. They're probably doing pool play right now.
Then Monday, the girls team plays the defending state champions in BG at home. Then the boys team goes up to BG and plays them, so it should be a good game.
Yeah, and then we have a long break, a little Christmas break for all the sports until they pick it back up Monday and Tuesday of December 29th and December 30th. And the boys and girls team will play in the Fred Miller Memorial Tournament on the opening day, and both teams will start off with Penn Cambria. And then Tuesday will be the championship and consolation game of that tournament.
January 2nd and 3rd, the wrestling team goes to Central Cambria, I believe, for the Laurel Highlands Championship, which should be, it's a really big wrestling match, so it should be good.
Yeah, and then following that, January 5th, we will be back in action at school, and the boys basketball team will play home versus Hollidaysburg, and the swim team has a home meet against Bellefonte. And then following that, January 6th, the wrestling team will have Penn Cambria at home. The 7th, Zaker and the bocce ball team will take on Mount Union at home with the swimming meet versus Westmont at home, and the girls basketball team will play Hollidaysburg. The 8th, the day right after, the boys basketball team will play Phillipsburg at Phillipsburg, and the girls basketball team will play Phillipsburg at home on the 9th. And that's basically it until we'll get back in here, give you a recap on those games. And we just wanted to thank you, Aiden, for coming on the podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Lena, our producer. And yeah, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys whenever we get back.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, so the day before we film next week, we'll post out on the Tyrant Sports Central story for a poll for Athlete of the Week, Play of the Week, and Blooper of the Week, so you guys can vote on what to have featured here on the podcast next time.